Hello, trucking friends. Welcome. I'm making Maria, your Chalk Couture independent designer, and I am a hot mess today. Sorry I'm late. I needed to medicate a child, so oops. Sorry, bathrobe. Hey everybody, I'm making Maria. Tonight we are making a super fun, super cute little sign for an event that is happening this week, Saturday. So if you're local to me, on Saturday, the Elm Grove Women's Club, Elm Grove is a cute little village that I happen to live in. The Women's Club is on Watertown Plank Road, and they are having a fire and ice festival. And they have ice sculptures and fire breathers and food trucks and fire pits and all this stuff going on outside all day on Saturday. So if you are local to me, you might want to come and check it out. And they needed a sign. Well, they needed a few signs, but this is the one I have left to make. They needed a sign because they're having s'mores and they're selling s'mores. So we, lo and behold, just happened to have the most cutest, most adorable s'mores transfer. So, you know, why not make a s'more sign? So, just give me one sec because my second camera was not working, so I need to get that back up and running. And it's saying it needs to activate. Let's try to share this device. Okay, my other camera turned off, so now it wants to do all kinds of updating. It shouldn't have turned off. There we go. Let's try it now. There we go. All right, look at my other camera up here. And get it out of the way. Okay, so we're making a super cute, super large sign for s'mores. Some of you will remember this transfer from the summer. We never made it the way it was designed to be made. In fact, you'll notice when I show it to you, it's all cut apart. It's all cut apart because we actually just used parts of it over the summer. But for this event, we're going to make it the way it's designed to be made, so that, you know, not only can you purchase your little s'more making kit, but you can also learn how to make a s'more, because that's what they're doing. So it's going to be a super fun little event if you're local to me, so come hang out. You know, it'll be a little cold. No, it's not going to be cold. It's going to be gorgeous on Saturday for Wisconsin. It's like they're going to be 37 degrees. But we'll see. We're supposed to get, I don't know, 7 inches of snow tonight. So who knows what will happen. So hello, Miss Nevada Nicole. Hello, hello, hello. Oops, I'm talking to myself. Stop talking to me. I'm sorry. I'm a hot mess. I got very distracted because I was coming down here to hit the live button and my son broke out in hives. Broke out in hives all day today. So I had to quickly medicate him and I couldn't find the medicine. Not that you need to know all this, right? You're like, crazy lady, would you just put some chalk down? Right? So one second. We'll get this in our crafty community. There we go. I don't know what I just hit, but I hit something. And that is not what I wanted. Okay. I'm not going to share it into the crafty community. I'm sorry. Crafty people, I hope you're... Come on out here. Okay, where are you guys now? I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. All right. It does sound like fun, doesn't it, Nicole? Like ice sculptures and all kinds of fun things. I think you're relatively cool in Nevada, aren't you? Okay, so my big question is, it has this cute little stick and marshmallow. And I'm just never sure where to put the stick and marshmallow. I mean, we can put it on the side, but I think that looks dopey on the side. We could put it along the top. We could put it along the bottom. I think we'll do that. I think we'll put it along the bottom. I'm dumping things now. So this is one of those times where I cut my transfer apart for ease, and then I wonder, why did I cut my transfer apart? Because now it's going to get complicated to create it. So I think we're going to put our little marshmallow s'more guy down there. He's longer, so we won't do the whole stick. I'm just going to do part of the stick. And then we have some layers to make our little s'more. So we have our graham cracker, we have our marshmallow, and we have the chocolate. So we're going to use bark for the brown. We're going to use camel, which is a very pretty color. We're going to use camel for the graham crackers, white for everything else. And we're not doing the love you part. So way up on top it says love you s'more. We're just doing s'more. I should probably put an S on the end of it. But you know what? This is what we're making. So I'm going to take this bad boy apart and I'm going to start applying him to the board. And don't do that. That's bad. Yes, we've got our first real snowfall here last night. I got probably 6 inches and it's been cold all day, yeah. We have had lots of, well, not lots of snow, but we've had a fair amount of snow this year. The kids have been happy, so that's how you always know that we've had a fair amount of snow. Kids are happy, right? So we're not going to do the love you part. We're just going to do the s'more. So I'm going to put the transfer down and I'm going to smooth out my air. See an air bubble. You can see your air bubbles when you have them. We might actually do a couple. We might not do it all in white because I'm running low on white. And I have it ordered, but it's not here yet. So we might do some other fun colors. Okay, so we're going to... So when you cut your transfer apart, it's really not that hard to put it back together to create it. Because obviously, you know, it goes together like a puzzle. But this is one of the tricks I use when I have a larger transfer. This is an E-size transfer, so this is the largest transfer we make. So when I'm trying to, you know, maybe get creative and do different things, you can cut it apart. The big key is don't cut it along the silk screen. Cut it between the silk screen pieces, and you'll be fine. If you cut the silk screen, though, that's when you're in trouble. I don't even remember what we created that we cut this apart, but we did. We probably didn't. I think I just used this some more parts, so I'm not 100% sure why I cut the whole transfer, but I did. So we're just putting it back together. So today is Make It Monday, and usually on Monday what we do is I make a project and I post it in the Making Maria Crafty community, and then you can recreate the project. Well, today's Make It Monday bundle, if you have not been in there, is one heck of a paste deal. It's a huge blowout paste sale. So, and many of you have taken advantage of it already, and several of the colors have already sold out. Because it's really just from my secret stash of chalk. So if you want to take advantage of that, I suggest you look at it, because several of the colors have already sold out. Alright, so we're going to do this, and then I think maybe we'll do this guy at an angle. I got to figure out the bottom part. These are our layers for our graham cracker s'more looking thing. I think we're going to put this at an angle with him up on the end. So we'll put this on when we get that far. So I think what we're going to do, we're skipping the love you. We're doing s'more with marshmallows. We've got some chocolate, so this needs to be our brown. We're going to do brown for our chocolate for the s'more part. Okay, we got to check my white. How much white do I have? I have white on order, but it's not here yet. Oh, we got plenty. We can do white. So I wanted to do all the words in white. And we can even roast our marshmallow a little bit by putting some camel or even brown around the edges. Okay, so I've opened up my chalk paste and I'm giving it a stir. I want it to be creamy. I'm just going to use a small squeegee. I could use the big boy, but I should pay attention to what I'm doing. So what I think we're going to do actually is we're going to start with our brown. So I have this paste packet left over from yesterday. I didn't even do anything to it. I didn't close it up. I didn't do anything, and it's still creamy dreamy. So don't do that, but I didn't do it, so it still works. So we're going to do the chocolate first. so that I can then pull this part of the transfer. So we're going to do our little candy bar. So I'm just covering up my silk screen with the chalk paste, making sure my whole silk screen is covered. You don't want to leave parts of it empty. So smooth up your chalk paste so you don't have any lines. And then I'm just going to pull it, and we have our chocolate bar. It will get brighter as it dries. And then I'm going to set that aside because we're going to use brown again. Then this part, actually we can do this whole thing because we pull it up. This part is camel because it's our graham cracker. Camel is a perfect graham cracker color. So I am going to stir it up, give it a little water. It needs a drink. It's not happy color. I just need a little tiny bit. We don't need very much. So I'm going to do the same thing here, only I am going to do my there are registration marks so that I can layer it, and I'm going to do my registration marks in white because it's much easier to see registration marks when they're white than when they're a darker color. Okay, now we're just going to stick up. Now we're just going to, oops, don't do that. Thankfully it didn't land on any silk screen. Don't do that over your project. It's really the moral to the story. Ooh, this is a perfect graham cracker color. I'm sure they made it that way on purpose. But love this color. This is such a pretty color. So we're just smoothing out our graham cracker. Ooh, I was frozen. I'm glad I'm not frozen anymore. All right, so we're gonna pull off our graham cracker so he can dry while we do the rest. So we have our graham cracker and we have our chocolate bar done. I think we should do our marshmallows and give them a little something something, right? Our marshmallows shouldn't be just white. So I'm going to make them kind of whitey to start. Well, I'm going to make them white and then I'm going to go over them. I'm going to do the whole thing because then we can pull the whole transfer off. Assuming I can get this all done fast enough. Okay. And then I'm just going to take brown right on my finger and I'm going to roast my marshmallow a little bit by just picking up the brown and swirling it around my marshmallow. I'm just picking it up. So it's kind of like Hot Mess, only with a purpose, I guess, I would say. So we get some toasty edges on our little marshmallow guy. Okay, and then just squeegee it off so it's smooth. So now we can pull our little marshmallow guy off. See, now he looks all roasty and toasty. I like this transfer. It is retired. Maybe not. It's one from summer. It might be retired. I think I have one though, if somebody's dying to own them. S'mores. Ooh, am I frozen again? No, I'm not. Okay. All right, so now all that we really have left to do is our white. And we're not gonna do love you. We're gonna do our white words, and then we just need to make our s'more. So this will be super easy now. So I'm gonna smear on my lumpy chalk paste. My chalk paste is lumpy because I have, white always does this to me, because I have a very bad habit of leaving it open. And then when you leave them open, they start to dry out. So if you can, don't leave your chalk paste open. You know, it's one of those, don't be like me. And I have lots of air, so I'm probably not going to be super smooth. I've needed to make this sign for a few days now, so I just am not seeming to find the time. My kids were off of school again today. Okay, so we have our a little s'more. Smoothing out my lines. Making sure I have good lines. And now I'm pulling off my s'more. And I'm going to lay him over my water bath because he is not going to fit in my water bath. And then we can do our little enjoy guide down here. And then we can pull him off. So it is kind of nice to cut your transfer like this because look, I can just do pieces and then cut it off. I'm not worried about my chalk paste drying. It's very not stressful to create. And I'm gonna pull out my little enjoy guide. And then last but not least, we're gonna layer. It says layer marshmallow between piece of chocolate and 2 graham crackers. Are you guys a s'more fan? I'm not a s'mores fan. Never have been. I'm not a huge fan of marshmallows. I think that's... Now, put a marshmallow in a Rice Krispie treat, and I am all over it. Love me some Rice Krispie treats. Love them, love them, love them. Love them, love them, love them. Okay. So now we have our... Okay, this is an adorable... Why have we not made this sign like the way it's supposed to be made? This is an adorable sign. Okay, I'm going to set this over here because it needs to get washed. And my water bath is a little full at the moment. So I seem to have some little paste schnibbles from opening up my chalk paste. And I have a little tiny smudge here. So I'm going to wash that off. Okay, so all we have left to do is, oh, we have to do the actual marshmallow guy too, with the brown. Okay, we can't forget about him. So I'm just wiping off some squeegees because I don't want my chalk paste to dry on them. It's just easier to clean them up when they're wet. My chocolate will get lighter as it dries. I'm sure you can kind of see that around the edges, how it looks like weird. That's because part of it is wet and part of it is dry. I really want to make sure that my graham cracker is dry because we're going to layer over it. You don't want to layer over wet chalk paste. So you just really want to make sure it's dry. And it's a lot of paste, so I'm going to give it a minute longer than I normally would. I don't really like them. I do like a good... Ooh, you do like marshmallow. I'm not even... So my sister makes s'mores all the time at her lake house. And she puts all kinds of funky things in them, like Reese's peanut butter cups. Alright, so we should be good and dry now because I've way over dried this. So see how you can see my chocolate is getting lighter around the edges? As it dries, it will brighten. It's kind of like, you know, when you paint your fingernails and they're dry on the top layer, but they're really not dry underneath. That's kind of what this is like. Okay, where did our insides go? Here we go. So the nice thing about our insides is they are numbered, so it tells you what order to do them in. So I'm going to cut it apart. Yeah, so what's the funkiest thing you've ever put in a s'more? So my sister puts Reese's peanut butter cups. I've seen people do caramels. I mean, I've seen all kinds of funky things. Okay, so I'm going to stick my marshmallow over my registration marks. Registration marks pretty much make it foolproof. You can't screw this up because it basically is telling you where to put it. I think we should probably make it toasted again, right? Oh, there's a lot of air in here. It doesn't want to stick. Rolos? Really, Nicole? I suppose. Why not? So So I'm just going to push out my air in one direction. Okay, and then we're going to do our same thing. Haven't had them. Yeah, I don't. I'm not a fan. So we're going to do our white. Just like we did for the ones in the middle. And then I'm going to roast them with my brown. And actually, I think I'm going to just put my roasting right down the middle. Not necessarily just on the edges like we did on the other guy. Because you'd have smooshed your marshmallow, right? Okay. Smooth it out. We're going to put chocolate over it anyway. So we probably didn't need to roast it, but we did. Okay. So now he's got his marshmallow in him, which we need to dry so that then we can put our chocolate on it. So we're going to just give it a quick dry. And then the chocolate just goes right over this. Then we wash off our registration marks. I'm just drying my little roasted marshmallow. Okay, and while he continues to dry, we'll give him another minute. Let's put our stick. I'm kind of just thinking at an angle with our marshmallow guy on him. I want to make sure this guy's dry before I go getting all crazy. Can't go getting all crazy on a Monday night, right? The stick is too long, so we're going to shorten it. It's a fun little stick, though. Because we need to give him room for the marshmallow on the end. So I'm thinking, yep, you got to give him more room than that. Because the marshmallow's big. My big old head is in the way. So we won't do the whole thing. We'll stop it. That's going to be brown. So we're going to put some more brown on our little tray guy out of our little paste packet because I'm out of brown. Need to order me some new stuff. I'm going to grab another little mini squeegee. And we're going to do our stick first. Now, I can do more of the stick and then just wash it off. If I find, oops, I picked up some white. Don't want to carry that through. If I find it's too long, my stick is too long, I can just wash it off. I'd rather make my stick too long than not long enough. But I do want to make sure it has more of a finished end. Oops, and he has a big old line, so I need to smooth him out. There we go. Pull off my stick. Voila! Ooh, I got transfers everywhere today. Did you ever have that where you just end up with them absolutely everywhere? Okay, so I'm going to dry my stick so I don't smear it. And again, it's going to brighten, the brown will brighten as it dries. Brown is not one of the colors that I ever worry about using on a black surface because you can see it. Just drying him off. Okay, and let's put our chocolate on. Our little s'more guy. Again, I'm going to line them up with the registration marks. Love the registration marks because they really do make it foolproof. Best thing about registration marks is when you're doing a font, because they really, really, really make lining up letters so easy. So note to self, I really should have closed up my brown yesterday when I used the paste packet yesterday. But I didn't. Live and learn, right? Right. Okay, so we're putting our chocolate. You know that melty, the part that makes your s'more yummy? Okay, now that s'more looks good. That s'more looks like, all right, I could eat that if I liked s'mores. Okay, so we got that part done. Now again, we're gonna give it a quick dry. Just so I don't smear it. We're really just gonna use the sign. They're gonna put it on an easel by where they're selling the s'mores. So if you go there this weekend, say hi to my sign. And then I'll probably wash the board off because there's, well, I don't know, it's kind of cute. I could give it to my sister. I could add the love you part and then give it to my sister. My sister makes s'mores all the time. My brother makes s'mores all the time too, but he calls them schmoes. And every time he says it, it makes my skin crawl. So Emil, if you're watching, stop saying that because it drives your sister nuts. Brothers, right? Something only a brother could do that would drive you insane. Schmoes. And he says it all the time. He never calls them s'mores. Okay, so again, we're making our little marshmallow. We're going to toast them on the edges with the brown, just like we did all of them. We could leave one of them white, I suppose, but what fun would that be? Now that we've, I mean, it's kind of fun to get my fingers all dirty with the brown. Just kind of make them, you know, good and roasty toasty. So when you make your marshmallows, do you like them burned or just a little melty? How do you like your marshmallows in your s'mores? If I'm doing them, because I don't like marshmallows, they better be burned. My kids love them too. What is it about a s'more that kids love s'mores? S'mores. I did that too much. Let's see if we can add a little more white. I was trying to leave the center more white. I don't know if it is going to work now that we added the brown, but we're going to try to lighten up the middle. So it's just the edges that are, yeah, that worked, hopefully. You never know, sometimes when you pull off the transfer, you get a totally different looking color. Just a nice light brown, Nicole. And there we go. We have our nice roasted s'more. Okay, I'm going to set this guy aside. And I have lots of things to clean up. I got a big old spot up here. I need to wash off my registration marks. And voila! Our board is all done and clean. So did you notice how the brown is getting lighter as we sit here and wait? Give it a little longer and it'll be totally light. So this is our super cute little sign that I'm making for this weekend's event. So if you're local and you're around, it's the Elm Grove Women's Club. It's right on Watertown Plank Road and Sunny Slope, right on the corner. You can see my house from there. It's a very nice organization that supports women's charities in kind of the Waukesha County area. And they're fundraising right now for their handicap ramp. They need to create a new one, and it's crazy how much these things cost. So they're raising funds right now and having this event this weekend for the handicap ramp that they're raising funds for. So we're donating an event sign making workshop. So if you, I think it's going to be online if you want to, the auction part's going to be online. And then I made some signs and stuff for them. Okay, this is really cute. I don't know why we didn't make this for my sister this summer, because she would have loved it. Oh, guess what? Another summer's coming, and my transfers are reusable, so I can make them again. That's all I got. I'm going to try to hold it up so you can see it better. Oh, now I'm dropping things. All right, so here's our sign. S'more. And then I have to put the price on them. They're like $5. I think she said $5. I have to make a $5 sign. So you can buy a little pack of s'mores and then go to the fire pits that they have and roast it up. Okay, that's all I got for you tonight. We're making s'mores. So I hope you have a super fantastic Tuesday. Check out the Make It Monday bundle in the Making Maria Crafty community. It is like the best sale on paste I have ever done. I will never do it again. But I'm doing a paste blowout, cleaning out all of my paste that I have in my stash. So you might as well take advantage of it because I'm actually selling them for less than I paid for them. So check it out. It's in the Making Maria Crafty community. That's all I got. I hope you have a super day. I'll see you tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. Make a demo video every night. So if you're watching me on YouTube, if you want to like and subscribe to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you're watching the replay, thank you for watching my replay. I also appreciate that. And you can always still comment, and I will still see them. So thanks, guys. Have a great Tuesday.